Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, guys, for joining on time to class. I do appreciate it. And how are you today, guys?
It was fine. I didn't work today because we celebrated the Dia de las Americas.
Really?
So we have the day free today. So I was at home.
Okay, so today is a national holiday in Honduras.
Actually, it's on Friday, but they changed it to Monday to have a long weekend.
Oh,
So
really? Okay. That sounds good. Okay, that sounds actually good. Thank you for turning on your camera, Kevin. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you are good. Javier, welcome back to class. And Fernando and Fatima.
Good afternoon. Good night.
Not good night, good evening. Okay, good. Welcome, everybody. Bienvenue. En français, on va dire bienvenue. En français. Bienvenue, welcome in French. Okay, guys, so I hope you had an excellent, an awesome, a fantastic weekend. If you like playing video games, I hope you played video games a lot. If you like listen to music, I hope you listened to a lot of music. And whatever you enjoy, guys, I hope you did it a lot on weekend, this last weekend. Carlos, welcome. Okay, so Javier, tell us, what did you do on weekend? What did you do this last weekend?
In my last weekend, I was go to employment employment fair.
Fair,
What is the
fair,
meaning? Fair. What is the meaning?
fair, a job fair.
I just fair. Uh, I gonna I was at I was go to job job fair and in the sun Sunday I was in the house and only this.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for sharing. So you stayed at home on Sunday. Okay, perfect. Okay, remember to use simple past for things that are finished in the past, okay? Do not use the verb to be in the sentences unless the verb to be is going to be your main verb. You cannot say, I was, went. You just say, I went, okay? Very good. Thank you, Javier. Thank you so much. And we are going to get started, guys, because as I said, we have a bunch of things to do today. So I hope you are ready. And we are going to start with a very quick and nice activity. This is going to be a speaking activity. So please let me know if you can see my screen right now. Yes, you see my screen? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, guys, so here we have a little game. Okay, we are going to play quickly. I want you to choose a number and you will tell me the question. The number will show you the answer. If the answer is, my name is Otto, what's the question?
What is your
What's your
name?
name?
Exactly. Okay, so this is the game, guys. So we are going to start with Kevin. Kevin, choose a number.
Number 3.
Okay, you have 3 seconds to give me the question. Okay, let's go.
How old are you? How old are you?
Okay, very good. Let's check how old. Yes, since this is very basic, guys, you don't have to fail. Okay, and you have 3 seconds to give me the answer. So excellent. So Rudy, choose a number.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. One.
Can you dance?
Very good. Okay, easy. Okay, I just want you to warm up. And okay, Javier, choose a number.
8.
Number 8.
Have you be a doctor?
Have you be a doctor? Okay, this one is not that easy. Okay, I'm going to give you that. So what is the correct way to ask for this?
What do you want to do when you grow up?
What do you want to do when you grow up? Okay, yep, that could be a question. What do you want to be? Okay, that's another one. Simple present, okay? Okay, very good. What do you want to be when you grow up? Okay, in the future? That's okay. So you were close, Javier. Thank you. Okay, now let's see. Fatima, choose a number, please.
10.
Okay.
Can you see?
Okay, very good. Can you sing? So easy. Okay, so easy. Heather, what are you sleepy today? Why are you sleepy, Heather?
I'm really tired.
You are tired. You didn't get enough sleep.
Not much.
Okay. Okay, Heather, choose a number, please.
Number 1.
Okay. 1.
Do you like bananas?
Okay, very good. Do you have bananas? Okay. So Joe, choose a number.
15.
Okay. 1.
Mm,
I tricked you, okay?
yes. Um, how what's the girl's old?
Okay, we are going to check. How old is she? Okay, instead of asking, how old are you? How old is she? Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, next one, Carlos.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay. Do you like swimming?
Perfect. Do you like swimming? Like that. And now, Daniel, welcome back to class, Daniel. Choose a number.
12.
Okay, number 12. Let's go here.
Do you have brothers?
Okay, do you have brothers? Or how many brothers do you have? Both are correct. Okay, thank you guys. This was just to get started, okay? I know it's too easy, so we are going to start with today's game, today's class. Right, very good. So this is the question to start the class. Do you live in the city? Okay, so let me ask you, someone here. Rudy, do you live in the city?
Yes, I do. I live in Soyapango here in San Salvador.
Okay, and let me ask you this. What does the city look like?
It's, how can I say? It's ugly.
It's
There are a
ugly.
lot of traffic, a lot of people. It's crowded.
Okay, overcrowded, okay? Perfect. Thank you, Rudy, okay? We are going to ask around. Kevin, do you live in the city?
Um, Actually, I don't know. I think that this town is slowly transitioning to become a city, but no, I don't live in the city.
Okay, so maybe that town is going to be a city in a couple of years. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Fernando, do you live in the city?
Yes.
And what does the city look like for you?
Very full every time and a lot of traffic.
Okay, very good. Okay, guys, I got short answers and they were fine. However, guys, today we are going to learn some vocabulary to talk about places in the city, how the city looked like, all of this stuff, guys. So here we have some pictures, okay? So I want you to tell me, guys, what is the name of this place? Have you seen this in your city, guys? I'm sure you have. What is the name of this?
Airport.
Airport, exactly. Well, this could be an airport, exactly. Okay, but where there are many taxis, how do we call that place? Hmm? This is a place in the city, okay? Okay, so how do we call this? We call this taxi point? No, right? Taxi stand. Okay, this is the name of this taxi stand. Okay, and it can be plural. Okay, singular if there's only one, plural if there are many. Okay, very good. So taxi stands. Okay, did you know that? No, maybe not. Okay, the next one. Look at this. What is the name of this?
A policial checkpoint.
Okay, you have been working in the platform, right? Police checkpoint, okay?
Yes.
Police checkpoint, okay? This is a police checkpoint. Thank you, Javier. Very good. And what about this? What do you see in the picture?
Industrial park.
That's an industrial park, okay? That's cool. And what else do you see here? How do we call this? What's happening here?
Pollution.
Pollution.
Exactly, pollution. Okay, in the city, there is, we are going to learn today quantifiers. Okay, there is many pollution, there is a lot of pollution, there is much pollution, there is few pollution. What is the right quantifier to use? We are going to learn that in this class. So pollution in the city, there's pollution. Okay, very good. Excellent. So I hope you are ready to move on. Very good. Here we have another. How do we call all of this stuff, guys? Okay, look at the picture here. Okay, look at this picture. What is the name of this in English? Hmm?
Traffic.
traffic, or
Traffic jam.
Or traffic jam. Okay, very good. Traffic or traffic jam. Okay, perfect. What about this? How do we call this?
Bus stop.
Exactly, bus stop. This is a bus stop, okay? This is a nice and clean bus stop, okay? How do we call this in English?
Mall parking
parking
or
lot,
underground parking.
Parking
Could
lot.
be parking lot, okay? All of those mall parking could be okay as well. Okay, parking lot is this, okay? Parking lot, okay? In English, also they call garage, okay? But parking lot is more common. Okay, what about this one here? Mhm.
parking space, or
That's a parking space, exactly, okay? Parking space, parking space, okay? All right, very good, so parking space. Now we have another one here. How do we call this? Is this a park?
green space.
Green.
Green area or green space, okay, very good. Okay, excellent. All right, very good. We need more green areas or green spaces in the city. Okay, so how do you call this, guys?
Bicycle. Bicycle away.
bicycle road, or
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Bicycle lane.
Excellent. Yeah, bicycle lane. Bicycle lane. Okay, bicycle lane. Very good. Bicycle lane. Then what about this? How do we call this?
Racing beans or racing
Yeah.
food points.
Here you have the name, okay? Recycling bins, okay? Recycling bins. These are like specialized trash cans, right? Recycle bins, okay? Very good. And what about this here? Look at this picture. This, how do we call this part?
Street lights.
Street lights, okay? Very good. Street lights. Okay, street lights. Okay, and how do we call this in English?
Traffic lights.
Traffic. This is a traffic light. Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, so guys, those are some places that we can find in the city, okay? Very good. So, and we can quantify them. Okay, so very quickly, guys, a review. How do you call this in English?
Bicycle lane.
Bicycle lane. This one.
bus stop,
Bus stop.
This one.
Traffic.
Traffic. This one.
Parking space.
Parking space. This one.
Parking lot.
Parking lot. This one.
Police checkpoint.
Police checkpoint.
Okay, and this one.
Taxi stand.
Taxi stands. Okay, very good. Excellent, guys. So I hope you learned many places in the city. So you can describe your city like this. Oh, the city is horrible. There is a lot of pollution. There's a lot of traffic on peak times. And there are no bicycle lanes. Okay, that's a way. Very good. So we are going to describe our neighbors or cities later on. But guys, before we want to maybe clarify or brush upon countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, here, traffic, is this countable or uncountable nouns? Noun.
Uncountable.
Okay, parking spaces, are they countable or uncountable?
countable,
Countable. How many parking spaces are in the parking lot? Exactly. Okay, very good. What about traffic light?
Uncountable.
Could be uncountable because
Depending.
there are too many. Exactly. Maybe you can count in a small area, right? But not in the whole city. That is too much. Okay, very good. So we are going to check this. And I know, guys, that you know countable and uncountable nouns, but maybe you can learn something today. So let me go ahead and play this.
In this video, we will look at noun countability and how this impacts on other aspects of grammar in the sentence. One thing we need to know about nouns in English is whether we can count them or not. Some nouns are countable, some uncountable, and some nouns can be both. So let's start with what you know. Countable nouns refer to things that can be counted, such as books, or chairs, or people, and they have both singular and plural forms. For countable nouns, we can answer the question, how many, with a number. How many courses are you taking this semester? I'm taking 4 courses. Most nouns in English are countable. Uncountable nouns often refer to abstract concepts, such as love, wealth, music, and hunger. Uncountable nouns also refer to things that are made up of parts too numerous or small to count. Academic examples of uncountable nouns include knowledge, information, and evidence. Everyday examples are water, rice, coffee, air, oil, and music. Uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. For example, we say information, but not informations. Uncountable nouns thus take the singular form of the verb. Different quantifiers are used with countable and uncountable nouns. For countable nouns, you can use no, none, few, a few, some, many, most, a lot of, all. For uncountable nouns, you can use no, none, not much, little, a little, some, a lot of, all. Notice the difference. Few is used with countable, but little is used for uncountables. For example, we conducted a few experiments, but there is little experimentation in this area. There are many other quantifiers in English that you can use, so be sure to check a good grammar book. Countability is also important for determining which article, a, an, or the, can be used with a noun. For example, you generally would not use the articles a or an with an uncountable noun. Review the section on articles for more information about article usage and countability. One last thing to be aware of. Some nouns can be both countable or uncountable, depending on their use. Examples include chocolate, paper, light, work, and hair. Countability often depends on the context. For example, hair, referring to all the hair on your head, is uncountable. However, hair, referring to a single strand of hair, is countable. If you're uncertain of the countability of a particular noun, check in the dictionary. It might have C or UNC to show this.
Okay, guys, so far, what have you learned in this video? something new that you didn't know before the video?
For me, the uses of the word few and a little. Few is for countable and a little is for uncountable nouns.
Okay, very good. And we are going to learn 2 additional words for few and for little today. All right, very good. So few and little. Okay. For money, do we use few or little?
Little.
Little, because money is uncountable. But if I say dollars, do I use few or little?
Few.
Few, okay. Okay, very good. So that is a good example. Money is uncountable, but bills or dollars are countable. Okay, very good. So, okay, guys. So I hope you learned something in these videos. What else did you learn in the video?
I learned the uncountable doesn't have plurals.
Exactly. Uncountable nouns don't have plural forms, okay? So information, uncountable. So you will not say informations, okay? No, information, because you can't count information. So that's a good call out, Elvis. Okay, guys, so number 1, I brought the video because some of you are visual learners. So if I explain this by word, maybe some of you will catch it and some of you won't because you are visual learners. So that's why, to bring variety to the class. And also, guys, because we don't have to reinvent the wheel in this case, okay? This is something that have been well explained. So I think that was a good resource that we have to take advantage of. So very good. With that being said, guys, let's review this information. Okay, expressions of quantity, okay? So Rudy, please help me go over all this information here.
Okay. Expressions of quantity. Too much or many express an excess. Enough means something is or isn't sufficient. More refers to a greater or additional amount of something. Too many, more, and enough become nouns. There are too many motorcycles. We need more parking lots. There aren't enough parking spaces. So much, more, and enough with non-count nouns. There is too much pollution. We need more surveillance on the streets. There isn't enough public transportation.
Okay, thank you so much, Rudy. So 3 very important expressions of quantity, guys. Too much or too many express an excess of something. Okay, for example, you said in the city, there is too much traffic. Okay, there is too much traffic. Also, guys, for uncountable nouns, do we use is or are? We saw this in the video. Is for uncountable nouns. They will take the singular noun, the singular verb. Okay, so there is too much traffic in the city. Okay, express and excess, too much. Okay, excellent. Enough means something is or isn't sufficient. Okay, example, I think in my city, there isn't sufficient, there isn't enough or
Clean air.
Clean air, okay, or maybe we can say green areas, okay, because enough can be used with countable and uncountable nouns for both of them. So green areas, okay. All right, very good. So enough means that something is sufficient or insufficient, okay. I think there is enough fresh air in my city, okay, enough. And more refers to a greater or additional amount of something. What do we need more in the city? Oh, we need more parking lots. We need more what? Parking spaces. Okay, so we need a greater amount or additional amount of something. Okay, very good. All right. So if you see, enough is here and is here because we can use enough with both countable and non-count nouns. Okay, so too many. There are too many motorcycles, okay? Express an excess, too many, all right? We need more, we need a greater amount or additional amount of this, parking lots. And there aren't enough parking spaces, okay? That's another example. Is this 100% clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Think about your city. Do you have an excess of something in your city? Do you have something sufficient or insufficient in your city? Or do you have something that you need more in your city? Think about this because you will give me ideas later. So also too much, more, and enough with non-count nouns or uncountable nouns. There is too much pollution. Okay, pollution is uncountable, so we use the single form of the verb, is. We need more surveillance on the streets, okay? Surveillance, vigilancia, okay, on the street. We need more, okay? And there isn't enough public transportation. So these three things, guys, pollution, surveillance, and transportation, public transportation, are non-count or uncountable nouns. All right, very good. Countable nouns can be counted and they have a plural form. Uncountable nouns can't be counted because they are formed of many small pieces like sugar. Okay, very good. So you have any question, guys, or we are clear?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, perfect. All right, so these are the two words that I mentioned, Ruby. Less and fewer. Okay, this is very interesting. So let me, or help me read this, please. Or do I have a volunteer to read this? Less first.
Me, teacher.
Okay, Carlos, let's go with less.
Okay. Less is used when talking about things that are uncountable or have no plural. It is compatible with collective nouns, not countable nouns, and volumes. Example, I earn less money than a policeman. Many of us maybe eat less sugar. I sleep less than my father.
Okay, very good. So uncountable nouns, okay? Very nice. So we use less. I wish we had less pollution in the city. Okay, something that we have learned. I wish in the present. Okay, I wish we had less pollution in the city. Okay, with uncountable nouns. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I'm going to make questions at the end. So fewer. Okay, we use fewer for volunteer for this part.
Fewer is used when talking about things or people in the plural. It is used countable nouns and individual items. Example, about fewer books this year. They got fewer problems than they used to have. Now I got fewer tasks than I used to have.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Exactly. We use fewer when talking about things or people in plural. Like books is plural, okay? So we use fewer, okay? Problems, plural. So we use fewer. Tasks, okay? Plural, we use fewer, okay? And are they countable nouns? Yes, they are. That's why they have plural forms, because remember, uncountable nouns, they don't have plural forms. So whenever we are going to talk about uh, things that are countable, but in general, we are going to use fewer. I bought fewer books this year, okay? Fewer, fewer, okay? All right, very good. So is it clear, guys?
I have a question.
Mhm.
What it doesn't mean fewers in Spanish?
Fewer is the opposite of more. What is the meaning of more?
Más,
And fewer?
menos.
Exactly. Okay, so more, fewer, or more, less. But what is the difference? We use more for countable and uncountable nouns. And we use fewer and less for uncountable and countable nouns independently. Less for uncountable nouns and fewer for countable nouns. Okay?
The traduction of fewer is not algunos.
No, it's less. It's like less, but instead of less, we use fewer. But because it's countable, so it's menos.
Okay.
It's like less only for countables. No.
Exactly, exactly. It's the same as less, but for countable. That was the accurate explanation.
And more for countables. But
And uncountables. More is for both countable and uncountables.
okay.
Okay, very good, guys. And this is just a tip. There are also irregular nouns. Okay, let's learn a little bit about irregular nouns. So this is just for you to know that we have irregular nouns as well. What is the meaning or the definition of an irregular noun? What is the rule, guys, for to form plurals?
They change the spelling.
They change. This is for irregular nouns, okay? But the
Okay.
rule is that we add an S. It's so simple, right? Book, books. Okay, those are regular nouns because we form the plural form only adding an S. Okay, that is the definition of regular nouns. So the irregular nouns, they change the form, okay, completely, okay? Example, child. What is the plural of child?
Children.
Yes, children, okay? And what is the plural of deer?
Deer.
Exactly. And what about leaf?
Lives.
Exactly. Here we have it. Leaves. And wolf.
Wolf.
Okay, where is it? I think it's down here. Okay, wolves. Okay, very good. Mouse.
Mice.
Mice. Okay, this is the plural. Okay, mouse. There are many mouses in my house. No, there are mice in my house. Okay, so fish.
Fish.
Is the same. Fish. Okay, very good. And tooth. Okay, very good. Here. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. So for mice, teeth, men, fish, children, deer, wolves, and leaves, do we use the singular form of the verb or we use the plural form of the verb? Hmm? What do you think? This is an easy one, guys. Okay, think. Do we say there is a children in my yard?
There are children.
Exactly. So we are going to use the plural form. Why? Because if they have two forms, that means that they are countable, right? Okay, so that's why we have singular and plural. Some people say, but children is uncountable. You cannot say two children because it's already plural. But the rule says that if it has two forms, it's countable. So this is just the plural form. It's like saying books. You will not say there is a books. No, you will say there are books. So with this, even though they are different, we are going to use the plural form of the verb. Is that clear?
For this, for example, children is pure. This is the structure. Pure children's.
Yes, with this, you will use the quantifiers that are for countable nouns, okay? For countable nouns. And we are going to check this here, okay? For countable nouns, we use fewer. Oh, today we had fewer children in the kindergarten, okay? Fewer, because we are talking about plural, okay? Children is like books, okay? It's the plural of a noun. All right, is this clear, guys? I know it's grammar, it's like mathematics sometimes, but is it clear or do you need another explanation?
Just a question. So when we use the plural form of the verb in this irregular, sorry, of these nouns, if they're irregular, we cannot say there are two children. We have to say there are two childs. Just clarify that.
No, there are two children. There are two children. We are going to say that. We cannot say two childs.
Okay.
Okay, like if you say there are two books, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that is going to be, guys, okay? Because I know it's confusing sometimes, but just think that children is the plural of child. It's like saying books. There are books in the table. There are children. There are three children. Okay, so good. Is this clear, guys, for everybody? And good question, Kevin. Let me think. Let me ask around. Joab, any question?
No.
Okay. Elvis, any question?
Yes, I have a question. It's about the nouns and what is the regular and irregular nouns?
Okay, we are going to see this in the next slide. Okay, I'm going to explain more in the next slide.
Okay.
All right, very good. Another question before we move on? Fatima, any question?
No, but I would ask you if we wanna do some exercise.
If we
wanna do some exercise.
Oh, exercises. Yes, we are going to do some exercises at the end of the class.
Oh.
Okay, very good. So, guys, we are ready to move on, okay? Maybe this is something that you will forget. So that's why I have this table, because we have the whole information here. Little, this is the quantifier. What is the meaning? Small or minor, okay? So do we use this with countable nouns? No, we use little with uncountable nouns only, all right? Exclusively for uncountable nouns. Few, we use the meaning is small, or slight, okay? And we have this as countable nouns, okay? We use this with countable nouns, not with uncountable nouns. You cannot say, oh, there's a few traffic. No, you cannot say that. Okay, a lot of, a large number or amount, okay? And we use a lot of with both countable and uncountable nouns. And this is very simple, many and much. You know that many is used with countable nouns and much is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, what about any? Never, at all, that is the meaning. And we use any with countable and uncountable nouns. But also, guys, when do we use any?
In both countable and uncountable.
Okay, both countable and uncountable, but we don't use any in positive sentences. We use any in negative or questions, okay? We don't use it in positive sentences, okay? Hey, I have any dogs? No, right? You say, I have some dogs. Do you have some dogs? No. Do you have any dog? Okay, or dogs? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, no, I don't have any dogs, teacher. Okay, so any, not for positive. Lots of is the same of a lot of, okay? You can say lots of traffic, okay? So there is lots of traffic in the city, all right? Countable and uncountable nouns, and some with both countable and uncountable, but we don't use some for questions. We don't use some for questions or negative. We use any for question or negatives. Okay, so you have here this chart that I found for you in which you can review this, guys. Okay, so that's it. We are going to do some practice. And this is about the plural, guys. So we are going to watch this video for just a couple of seconds.
Bread and ice cream, milk and cheese, eggs and lemons, beans and peas, side by side. Peas, side by side.
Where are the tomatoes?
Here they are.
And where's the cheese?
Here it is.
And how about the eggs? Where are the eggs?
Here they are. Don't drop them.
Don't worry.
Do you need anything else?
Yes, where's the milk?
It's right here.
Pay attention, guys. What is the question for count nouns and what is the question for non-count nouns? Okay, the question is different.
Let me see. Oh yes, is there any celery?
Yes. Here it is. What are you making?
Count, non-count casserole.
What?
Okay, very good, guys. So what is the question to ask for tomatoes? What did you hear?
Where are the tomatoes?
Exactly. Hey, where are the tomatoes? Okay. And what about cheese?
Where
is the cheese? Okay, because it's non-count or uncountable noun. We use is for uncountable nouns. Eggs, where are the eggs? Where is the milk? Okay, and what was the question for celery?
do you have any celery?
Yep, any celery, but it was, is there any celery? Okay, is there any celery? And what is the meaning of celery, guys? Apple? Exactly, okay, apple is this thing here, this green thing here, Okay, apio. So, guys, this is regarding Javier's question. How do we form the count plural nouns? Eggs. We add an S to most of the nouns. But here we have tomato, okay? All the nouns, not all the nouns, but most of the nouns that end in O, we add ES. That's why they have these two things, okay? It's not random. That's the reason why they have these two things here. For words that end in O, we add ES, not only S, ES, okay? Example, tomatoes, potatoes, okay? But there are some exceptions, obviously, for the rule. Example, radio. Radio ends in O, but we add an S only. We don't add ES, radios, no, radios. And also photos. We don't add ES to the word photo. Those are two exceptions to the rules, to the rule, okay? Is it clear, Javier and everyone?
For me, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. So in English, we form plural nouns adding an S, but if the noun ends in O, we add ES, okay? Except for photo, radio. And also, guys, if the noun is irregular, like mouse, we don't add an S, okay? Mouses, no, we just use the irregular form of the noun, which is mice. Excellent. Okay, very good, guys. I hope you have learned a lot in this class. We are going to do a small activity to practice, okay, and check learning. So we are going to start this. What is the answer? Some or any?
Any.
Why? Give me the why, please.
Because we use any for questions.
And for?
Countable and uncountable nouns.
And for?
Negative.
Negative, okay, very good. And what is the meaning of some and any? The same, okay? Meaning is the same, but grammatically we use any for negative and questions. Very good. And children, is it countable or uncountable? Children is uncountable or countable? What do you think, guys? Heather, children is countable or uncountable?
For the question, I think it's for countable.
Is countable, yes. Children is countable, okay? 2 children, 3 children, and so on. Okay, we don't need. Go ahead.
Any.
Okay, very good. Because of the same reason. All right. Can you lend me some or any money?
Some.
Okay, why?
Because it's non-countable. And some can be used in non-countable and countable.
And what about the question?
For me, some.
Okay, why, guys? This is because you have been learning this so much, and all the rules have exceptions. So money is an exception, and you can use some for questions. And if you use the verb lend is a very particular verb. We are going to see this in a different class, but lend is a different verb. So we are going to learn on that later, okay? Very good. Is there? Some or any?
Any.
Any. Okay. And I think we have, okay, this one we already know, okay? Oh no, we don't know. Okay, in this one, guys, for some and any, we are going to check the rules later. Okay, because I want to see others that are not some or any, because all the questions have been for some or any. So in this one, have you got much or many homework? What do you think, much or many? Homework, is it countable
Much.
or uncountable?
For me, is much.
It's much. Okay, much, because homework is uncountable. So that's why it's much. We don't need
Many.
many because of the opposite. X is countable. Okay, very good. How about this?
Much.
Okay, is there much traffic? Okay, the same thing because much, because traffic is uncountable. Okay, students, many. Okay, what about this? How much is the one that we use with uncountable nouns? Time is uncountable. Okay, it seems, okay, we have another one. I have a little, a few, a lot of very close friends. 2 or 3?
Few.
Okay, a few. Okay, because friends is countable. Friend is countable, friends. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, very good. So he has a lot of money. Okay, we can use a lot of with both countable and uncountable. Okay, do you take sugar in coffee? Just
a little.
Just a little. Okay, no, just a few. Just a little, half of a spoonful. Okay, very good. And the next one.
A few.
In a few minutes. Okay, minutes, it's in plural, so that means it's countable, so we use a few. Okay, very good. Okay, she speaks good Spanish, but only
a little Russian.
A little Russian. Okay, guys, very good. So we did good. We did good. 14 out of 15, that is good. And we are going to explain the other ones later. But I really hope, guys, that you learned a lot about the topic for today. What was the topic for today, by the way? Okay, expressions of quantity or quantifiers, okay? For countable and uncountable nouns, I'm going to share with you the link for this presentation so you can review this. And also, guys, please practice, and as I always say, please try to use this in your daily life, okay? If you go to work tomorrow, okay, look around, see what are the things that we have learned. Oh, that is a taxi stand. I have seen a lot of taxi stands today. Oh, there are few and whatever now. Okay, try to do that tomorrow while going to work. Any final question, guys, or words? No? Okay. Practice, guys, because tomorrow we have a different topic. It's a grammatical topic tomorrow, but I think it's not that complicated. So, but it's very useful, okay? We are going to learn something very useful tomorrow, something that you will use a lot in your job or in your daily life. So don't miss tomorrow class. And I hope you are masters talking about quantifiers for regular and irregular nouns. Please don't miss classes. Walter, you have been attending classes, right? I don't know if it's Walter or Wilson that is not attending classes, but thank you for the rest, guys, for being here. I hope you rest. How do you say good night in French? You are going to learn something new today. No idea. Bonne nuit. That's how you say good night in French. Okay, guys. I hope to see you tomorrow, okay?
See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.
Good night, teacher.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.